Hey guys, good morning. I vlogged very little bit last night when I got home from clinic, but I was tired. I was in bed by 9:45 and the extra rest was definitely needed. So now we're kind of on our distance learning journey today. I wanted to share with you guys this notepad. I don't know if they have it online. We got it from Costco. I think y'all saw it in, well, if you watched my Costco vlog, the last one. It's a Let's Learn Preschool Giant Activity Floor Pad. If I can find it like online on Amazon or something, I'll link it. This we got for Autumn. It was $11.49 at Costco. And I try and get her, I only buy the big girls the books from Costco for over the summer because when they're in school, they're learning stuff. Autumn's learning stuff in pre-K, but I try and keep her a little bit on track or ahead of the game because she is going to be the youngest in her class. I've talked about this before. Here in Texas, you have to be 5 to start kindergarten, and she turns 5 September 1st, which is the cutoff. So you have to be 5 on or before September 1st to start kinder. So if your birthday is September 2nd and you turn 5 September 2nd, you cannot start kinder until the next school year. So she barely makes the cutoff. And I've had this question before. We do actually have the option of skipping that year, so we could have her start kinder essentially when she's 5 turning 6, and it just would put her a year behind in school. So instead of graduating at barely 17, not even 18 yet, or she would be 18 not 17 yet, sorry, she would turn 17 at the beginning of her senior year and graduate at 17, whereas like I graduated at 18 and a half. I was closer to 19 than I was to 18 because my birthday is in November. So Maddie and Emmy and Everly will be the exact same way that I was. All 3 of them will graduate at 18, which is kind of crazy that she will literally start college before she even turns 18. It's kind of wild to think about. So if at any point she does seem like she's behind, we could hold her back a grade and she would graduate just like at 18, just like at most of her peers at least. But for right now, she's starting kinder next year, so I try and keep her where she needs to be. She's excelling and doing very well in pre-K. She's able to keep up with all her classmates, and the majority of them are turning 5 during pre-K. Some of them, in fact, one of them is actually, she just turned 5 in October. So she's similar in age to what Maddie was when she was in pre-K kinder. And you can tell, definitely you can tell her maturity level. When I watch her on Zoom, I can see that she's 5, like she's a whole year older than Maddie. I can see because she's able to sit still a little bit longer and her attention span is a little bit longer than a 4-year-old. So, you know, yes. And Autumn's a little wild anyway, so I try and keep her on track where I can. This book has really been helpful. It's kind of cool because it has stickers in the front, and so I just let her take one. We just started it the other day. And then I let her pick the, oh, here's the page that Daddy picked for you. I let her pick 4 pages a day, and they have a front and a back, and it's just various things like circle the animal you might have as a pet to get her to differentiate between wild animals and domestic animals. The one she's working on right now is what the animal sounds are. So that says meow. It's a cat. And she traces the word. She's gotten really great at writing her alphabet and all her numbers, so that's a plus. She has been able to write her first name for a little while, but she's now learned how to write her last name, which is cool. And it's just like a bunch of counting, mazes, but it's big. The thing I like about this one is it's big for their little hands. Their dexterity doesn't even, let me see, I'll show them. This was a shape robot she had to draw for Zoom today and then write her name at the bottom. But anyway, her dexterity is not, it's at 4 years old, it's harder for them to grasp the pencil or whatever they're coloring with and actually write what they're supposed to be writing and stuff. Some kids are better at it than others. And so she's a whole, you know, anywhere from 6 to 12 months behind some of the other kids in her class as far as maturity level, which makes a huge difference. And so at some point in her school career, it may hinder her. Not all kids do poorly though when they're younger. I just have noticed how quickly my older girls have picked up on stuff, but again, Maddie was an entire 11 months older than Autumn is at this point. Does that make sense? So anyway, just a little tip if you mamas out there looking for something good for your kiddos. Did you just tear that out? Yes. Oh, this is from your first grade? Yeah, so this is one of the sheets from the first grade math book that Maddie has, and I always try and buy them. Let me see that book, baby, please. I always try and buy them these books. This one's actually Emmy's old book, but I always try and get them a grade ahead of where they are. So this we picked up for over the summer before she started first grade, and she's been able to keep up with her stuff really nicely. But again, she has a couple kids in her class that are not behind, but they pick up on things a little bit slower because they're younger. So anyway, for any mamas out there that are trying to keep their little ones entertained while their big ones are on Zoom or whatever, this big thing is really good. It keeps her entertained for a long time. She's super excited to pick out the pages, and I'll even let her, when she follows the directions, go back and color or circle extra things. Like I'll give her something different to look for, just to kind of use the page more than just 5 minutes that it takes her to do the activity. So I will try and link it down below, or any of the activity books. I have a whole section in my Amazon cart, or in my Amazon shop, that shows like kids activities and stuff, things that I use and recommend. I also have some flashcards coming in and a little science kit that I found online that I think will be fun as well. So anyway, that's what we've been working on all morning. I want to straighten my hair at some point today. I washed it last night. It's clean. It may not look like it though. I feel like my hair is getting oily quick, but it is clean. So I may try and straighten it a little bit later. And I'm wearing a Minnie Mouse sweater that I got from you guys a couple of years ago. I love it. Didn't get a chance to do anything with my hair, and I was giving the girls lunch and I was like, oh my gosh, we have to pick up your Q2 supplies. So here I am picking up their supplies. I don't even know what it is. More books and stuff, I'm not exactly sure. And I had to frantically email their teachers to make sure that I wasn't supposed to return anything, since they're continuing to distance learn, because there's a bunch of stuff here that says return supplies. So yeah, hopefully that doesn't apply to us. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I got everything correct. I just missed the time. And yeah, so anyway, I made it, picked up their supplies. Now we are good to go for Q2.
Cruelty free, still aluminum free, still made in San Francisco. I mean, what more could you?
So I swear when we ask for a KISS, she knows what that means and puts her head down. Look, watch. Can mommy have a kiss? Thank you. Can mommy have another kiss? Thank you.
Can you please have a kiss? This, I want a kiss. Oh,
Sweet. Can mommy have a kiss? Okay. Mama. We just finished up a very early dinner. It's only 5:30 and we're already done. Normally we don't even eat until 6, but we have a couple errands to run. Tonight we just did very basic Spanish, well, Mexican rice. It's not really Mexican rice. It's just like looks colored like Mexican rice, but it's bright white rice with some seasoning and corn and some enchiladas. And this was a very easy sheet enchilada pan. Stuck it in the oven, not fried or anything. And as you can see, we only have 3 left. So yes, it was just perfect for tonight's dinner. As we can see, I never did anything with my hair, but that's because I've been busy all day trying to get stuff last minute put together. I have an assignment that's due on Sunday. I want to make sure I get that done. I had to turn in the rest of my patient logs for this week and all of the above. So now I am back in the kitchen. My honey bunny is outside doing, I'm not exactly sure what, something with the pool. We finally got the pool, again, I didn't do anything. He finally got the pool cover and chemicals in yesterday, and the pool cover has to have some sort of something tied to it or something like that. So he's outside doing that, and the girls are out in the backyard playing with chalk or playing on the swing set. Again, Not really sure. I'm in the kitchen. Everly's in here with me. She's just playing with her toy in her high chair. I'm about to straighten up the kitchen, put away the food from dinner, and get things picked up. So I scheduled a lot of stuff today, and I'm really excited. I had a long list of appointments. You guys heard me say the other day, I think it was like last week, when I took Maddie for her well child check. I literally have not done any of my yearly exams this year. None of them. And I think a lot of people have not gone to the doctor because nothing was really due in January or February. Actually, my well woman could have been done in January. No, I got it done in March no, it was April. Let's see, I got pregnant in March. So I'm not that far behind. I'm only like maybe a year and a half. I'm like maybe 4 to 6 months over. I'm like a year and a half out. A year and a half out from my last well woman. Guidelines now is like, if you're not a woman, you probably don't care about this, but guidelines are now pap smears. If you have a clean pap smear, which I always have, thank goodness. My gosh, I see so many things now working in a woman's, like a gynecologist's office. It's crazy. But if you've had a normal pap, you just do your well woman every year, which consists of a pelvic exam, but not a pap smear. So a pelvic exam, again, if you don't care about this, skip over it. A pelvic exam does include a speculum. You still get undressed from the waist down. Actually, sorry, with the well woman, you get all the way undressed because your breasts do get checked, which you should be doing every single month. If you still have a period, you should be checking your breasts about a week after your period. If you have already gone through menopause, or you have had a hysterectomy where you no longer have your uterus, you should be checking your breasts once a month on a day, every single month. For just different changes, you know, and if you are 40 or over, you should be having a mammogram every single year. Let's have a health visit today, okay? A mammogram every single year, a DEXA scan after 50, I believe. Maybe it's 60, I have to double check that. Every 3 years, which is a bone density scan. And what else? You should still have a well woman, like I said, which includes the pelvic exam to make sure that your vaginal mucous membranes and everything are fine, and you know, you don't have any weird like discharge or anything like that. We've already had women that have had tampons stuck in their vagina for who knows how long, that are like infected. It's just so mind-boggling to me, the type of stuff that happens. And it really makes you, like me, even me, really look at the way that I cleanse myself, the way, you know, the type of panties I'm wearing, the pads and panty liners and all this different kind of stuff. It's so crazy that you don't even think of. Most women that we see don't even think of these things unless you're in the thick of it, you know? So anyway, I don't even know what I started talking about. Oh, making all my appointments. So it started with, I realized that we had double insurance, double vision insurance, because I kept Cobra for vision and dental from the hospital, and then we now have a new insurance on top of that. So I was like, hey, we have double vision insurance. So that prompted me to schedule an eye appointment. So I did that. Andres has perfect vision, so unless something has changed, he hasn't had his vision checked in probably like 3 years. So unless something has changed between last time and this time, he'll probably just get a clean bill of health and move on. My vision is not the greatest, and I do alternate contacts and glasses, but I've been very poor at it since my last optometrist appointment, because the glasses that I got, the thick framed black ones, I like the way that they look on me, but they hurt, they pinch, and I have not got them readjusted. So, and then also the daily contacts that I switched to, I don't love them. They're very, very, very soft, and they're hard for me to get out of my eye. I know that's weird, but with my nails especially, I have to like drag the contact all the way down and then pinch it out of my eye like this, and you can see when I do that, if my nails are even remotely long, my nails, I feel like, scratches my eyeball along with it. So I never thought I would say this, but I kind of need like a little bit harder contact. I think I'm gonna go from dailies to, I don't really know, maybe monthlies. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, so made a vision appointment, and then I told him the rest. I was like, well, I'm already on the vision card. Do you want a dental appointment? He's like, yeah, we'll go get our checkup. That wasn't that long ago. I got it sometime last year. I just can't remember when. Remember when I had like 2 cavities or 3 cavities or something like that I had to go get filled? Awful experience, but I did it. So we need to get that done. And all this is scheduled like the last week in October, beginning and mid-November. So it's gonna be a busy, like right around Emmy's birthday. That's gonna be a busy time frame. So we did the dental, did my gynecology, my well woman. That's I think also in November sometime. And then I want to go to the dermatologist because this, you guys can see, has gotten better, but I really would like some recommendations for my eczema because oh, like all in my crevices here on my double chin and neck, it itches. It's from, I always get itchy like in the summer, and then as it starts to dry out in the winter, it gets worse. I'm having eczema issues on my hands, all on my knuckles, on the side of my pinky here, under my nose, sides of my mouth. I'm really struggling with it. I feel like I haven't struggled with it this bad in a while, but I feel like it's everywhere. So I need to go see the dermatologist. And not only that, I'd like some, I don't know that I want medication for the acne actually, but we'll see. I want to ask about Botox. And a lot of you guys recommended, first off, a lot of you said don't get Botox, but a lot of you guys recommended baby powder for my hands, and my preceptor actually said, you need to start throwing powder on your hands. I'm like, I know, I just am a naturally like moist handed person. Not in my armpits, not on my feet, but my hands. It's, I don't know what the heck. So anyway, I found a place that takes a new insurance, which is not that far. So they were closed already. I need to make that appointment tomorrow. And then I need to make my annual checkup with my PCP, who happens to be a nurse practitioner, and she's amazing. And I need to make it when I can go in fasting, so I can just get my blood work done, go for the appointment, and then get my blood work on the patient portal, and hopefully not have to follow up. But I really would like to get my thyroid checked again. I just feel like I've always chalked up my sleep deprivation, my insomnia, my not being able to lose weight very easily up to just like I'm lazy and make poor judgment when it comes to my food. I choose to not get enough sleep, like stuff like that. So I just want to make sure all my levels are fine and nothing is like lurking in the background, you know, like check my A1C, check my thyroid panel, check my hormones, like all that kind of stuff, just to make sure. So those 2 appointments are coming tomorrow, annual checkup and dermatology appointment, and I should be good for a whole another year. Oh my gosh. Now I know how my grandma feels when she has to go to 10,000 appointments in like a week. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and start cleaning up this kitchen, put away dinner. That way by the time my little children come in here from playing outside and they're ready to bathe and everything, go to bed, this will be all cleaned up.
I'll be yours if you let me hold you tight, but I don't know if you let me in, yeah. I know you had your heart broken one too many times, and now it's hard for you to open up. They have been cruel to you, saying things they don't mean. They have been rude to you, disrespect how you feel, but baby, I'll never go that far. 'Cause I know better than that. So baby, let me hold you, hold you. I wanna show you, show you, show you how to treat you right, treat you right. Pull you closer through the highs and lows. Yeah, I wanna show you how to treat you right, treat you right. Let me show you what love is and why it's beautiful. Just put your body on top of mine. respect how you feel, but baby, I'll never go that far, 'cause I know better than that. So baby, let me hold you. I wanna show you how to.
They're drawing on the, the bricks leading to the pool. I don't know what he's doing. Oh Lord, you're a hot mess. Okay.
Your parents asked me to babysit the two of you tonight.
Cats are watching them. Not a ton of dishes, but we are going to tackle them right now.
Treat you right, pull you closer through the highs and lows. Yeah, I wanna show you how to treat you right, treat you right. Treat you right, treat you right. Treat you right, treat you right. Yeah, I would never ever let you go. I would treat you right, treat you right. Baby, I would always hold you close. So baby, let me hold you. I wanna show you how to.
It's about that time to empty piggy banks, figure out how much we have.
45.
Okay, now you can do your ones
Okay.
and figure out where it's going to end up.
45, 46, 47, 48, 49.
I like thing like this is hard. It's like he was like the I don't know why.
Lola, how did you get in the baby prison? Rosita, what are you doing in there? I'm gonna try and get her coming out. Lola! She's very stealth. I was trying to see if she would get out and I can catch her on camera. I haven't been able to catch her getting in. She's super stealth though. She has literally like, she steps sideways. This time she almost fell because she tries to get in. She puts like 2 paws and then, so like 2 paws here and then her back paw she puts in between her 2 paws and balances, and then she'll like turn herself and then jump in. But I've been trying to catch her because getting out sometimes she struggles to get out. I don't know why, but she'll hang off of this. Come here, Lola. Lola. Of course not. Now she's gonna stay in there forever. Lola, come on, baby. Come on. Come on. You want this toy?
You want the toy? Come on. Come get the toy. Come get the toy, Lola. She's like, that's not my toy. I don't care. Come on. Come on, Lotita. Woo. Come get it. Woo. Come get it. Come on, I want to go to bed. I want to go lay down, but I want to watch you get out. Lola, come here. Look, she's going to come get it. Look at her. Woo. Aw, cheater. Cheater. Come on. Come here, Lola. Up and over. Up and over, Lotita. Let's go. Come on. Come on, baby. What? Come on. Lola. Look, there she goes. She's thinking about it. Oh, no. She's smelling the burp class. Lola. I've not been sitting here waving this snake around for the last 2 minutes for nothing.
2 hours later.
There she goes. Ah, she didn't fall. She did good. Good job, Lola. Good job, baby. Good job. We didn't fall this time. That would have been funny though, huh? A good slow-mo. But you did a good job. You want to try, Mila? Come here. Mila. You want to try? No, she can't even jump on the couch, poor thing. She hasn't quite figured out. She loves toys though. She hasn't quite figured out. Come here. Come here. Woo. Come here. Woo. No one wants to play. It's later today. It's almost midnight. I'm upstairs. My honey bunny and I were just, I feel like that was in super slow motion. I promise I felt like I was speaking at a regular speed and tone, but it felt like I was speaking like a little old lady in slow-mo. That was strange. Anyway, we were watching Big Brother. That's the only show we actually watched. I'm happy Memphis got voted out. I don't feel like he deserved, just morally, to win this season of Big Brother. I feel like at this point, with the 4 of them that are left, Cody, I feel like Cody's gonna win it. I've called that for the last few weeks. Once Tyler got voted out, I feel like, actually even before that, I was saying that Cody was probably going to win. I thought he was playing a really great game. I think if any of them, Christmas, Nicole, or Cody, are sitting next to Enzo, they're going to win, because I don't feel like out of all 4 of them, Enzo deserves to win. Although he has played kind of a behind the scenes type of game. Kind of, very, very behind the scenes. Most of what he does is agree with whatever somebody's telling him. I don't feel like he pulled enough strings behind the scenes to deserve winning $500,000. And let's face it, there's only 2, 3, 4 more competitions. Wait, 3 more competitions left. Maybe 4, I don't know. And at this point, it kind of, yes, he stayed off the block the entire time, but even if he wins now, like, his chances were much better now than they were several weeks ago. So I feel like of the 4 of them, he's the least deserving. And then Nicole, I don't care particularly for Christmas. She would be next on my list though, as far as comp wins and stuff, but like morally, Cody's probably the best one, I think. I don't know. It's so sad because I was rooting for Nicole on her seasons. Like, I wanted her to win. I was so happy when she came back and won against a guy during her 2nd season. Like, I thought that that was amazing. But I feel like this season was a little bit different, and I don't know if it was the rivalry with Janelle, or like the bashing other house guests for disabilities and stuff. Like, I don't swing that way. I don't care for that. I'm not down with that kind of stuff. Actually, tonight, I don't know what got me spiraling into watching like controversial people from past Big Brother episodes. And it's crazy because a lot of it, I never watched the live feeds. A lot of it happens on the live feeds, and not everything was showcased on like the regular Big Brother. I feel like 2020 is an entirely different year, and they should have broadcasted some of the stuff people were saying and doing on the live feeds that's all over the internet, for people like me that don't watch live feeds to see how some of their favorite players are acting. You know, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm definitely not perfect. I've made my fair share of mistakes in my life, but never ones like that, because I feel like no matter how you chalk it up, if you can make fun of people or talk about race, just talk about downright derogatory things against other human beings, that shows your true colors, no matter what context they're taking it out of. Is it just me? Can I get an amen? I just don't flow like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't we just all love each other for all of our differences? Like, none of that matters to me. None of it. I don't understand why people have to feel the need to stereotype other people and make fun of them for doing stuff. Like, I don't know. I can't. So, out of the 4 people that are left, I would say Cody deserves to win. I do think, though, that they would be smart. The other 3, I feel like, have a better... I don't think Enzo has a chance at all. So if Nicole or Christmas get to pick their final 2, they should pick Enzo. If Cody would win against any of them, I'm sure. I think if Christmas... I think it would be closest if Cody were up against Nicole, because I think they feel like if Nicole makes it to final 2 because she's won before, then winning again is like big stuff. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. It's over in a couple of weeks. I can't believe it. Whole thing went by super, super fast. So Anyway, clearly I didn't do anything with my hair today. And do you see these curls? This is all my baby hairs growing back from postpartum. Do you see that they look greasy? If I were to straighten these, look at that. If I were to straighten these, and I haven't even been messing with them, they just have been there. And you know what it's from? It's from taking a body shower and like the moisture from washing my face, the moisture getting in these curls and then like slicking back my hair. So they're super soft. They just look shiny. And me touching them right now does not help. And I feel like, no, I know if I straighten these babies out, they would be a greasy mess. For sure. Because look, they're a greasy mess right now. They were a greasy mess before I even touched them. And I don't know why. It's just like baffling to me. Maybe because they're new and they're fine. They're just picking up on that grease a lot more. My skin is super oily. So even on my hairline, most of this gets oily before any of the rest of my hair. Because my scalp is not overly oily. Just normal oil. But my hairline gets really oily because of my skin. Look at all these hairs. Can you see they're like blonde? They're like a dark blonde. All these baby hairs growing in. It's crazy. I really, really want to dye my hair. I just still have not pulled the trigger. I really wanted to go darker. I wanted to go darker last fall, but I was pregnant. So I really want to do my hair more. I love this time of year, even though it's still hot and torturous outside. I think tomorrow's supposed to be a pretty day. I love this time of year. I want to wear my hair down more. I don't want to look like a rag doll every single day. It's just, I literally have zero motivation. Like, zilch to just really do anything in my life right now. Like, anything. I make sure the girls are taken care of. Lately I've been making sure my handy bunny is taken care of. Like I said, he kind of pulled something in his neck. He's going to be going to the chiropractor for the next few days, hopefully feeling better before his surgery. It's coming around the corner. It's insane. I just have no motivation to like do anything with my life. I'm sucking at life right now. Sucking. I make sure to take my vitamins. I have them right here. I'm about to take them after I get off of this into my YouTube vlog. But am I the only one that's feeling like this? I feel like I'm a little bit alone, but not at the same time. I was like feeling like this several months ago, kind of got out of it, got into a good routine, and I've kind of got myself stuck in a rut, and I can't seem to dig out of this one just quite yet. I'll get there, but I can't just completely get out of it just quite yet. I hired cleaners to come on Tuesday, speaking of the rut, because I honestly don't have the motivation. First off, you guys know we usually get our house deep cleaned about twice a year. Once, usually during tax season, just because I'm usually pretty busy during tax season and I don't want to clean. I don't like cleaning normally, and to be 100% frank, if we had an in excess surplus amount of money, I'd have cleaners here weekly. I am not even joking. Not even joking. I despise cleaning. I do it because I know I have to. I teach my girls how to clean. We all pick up together. We work as a family. I do it every day, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. We have a schedule. We try kind of to stick to it. I try and keep it as clean as possible. Twice a year we do deep cleaning. Well, this year kind of threw that in a wrench with COVID. I'd never got the house deep cleaned back during tax season because, again, COVID. And then we usually get it deep cleaned around the holidays, and that's mostly because we host all the holidays here at the house. So honestly, about this time last year we got it deep cleaned right before Everly was born, and then again sometime during tax season. And I talk about that. It's usually about every 6 months that we deep clean, and depending on which service I use, it is pretty hefty. You know, it can cost us quite a bit of money. The service that we're using this time is 2 maids and a mop. I talked about them the last time. It's the one that I used last time. I really liked their service. It was great. You pay by the hour. You can pay by the service, but I paid by the hour. And then you give them a list of stuff that you want, and they get as much of it done. I was kind of nervous about doing that last time because I'm like, well, if I'm getting paid by the hour and somebody gives me a list of stuff, wouldn't you think that you would take the longest Like he would do everything super slow to do the least amount in that time frame because you're going to get paid anyway. So I was kind of nervous, but they did an amazing job. They actually went above and beyond what was even on my list. And so my expectations are pretty high this time. Not that they have to go above and beyond my list because I gave them the exact same list I gave them last time. But my expectations are that they can get it done in 3 hours, which is why I gave them that list. So we'll see how this time goes. They have strict COVID policies, so we're gonna have to work around them being here and stuff. Like I had to move Everly's PT appointment to later in the afternoon. But frankly, we just don't want to do the deep cleaning. It's like the big stuff: ceiling fans, baseboards, crown molding, blinds, windows. I mean, the bathrooms and stuff, we do all that, but they do all of that stuff. They can do pretty much anything. They can clean the top of your cabinets if you want, your fridge, anything. So that's the stuff that we're getting done. Just the big bulky stuff that we don't want to do, the super deep cleaning stuff that I'm not going to do because I'm just too lazy and too big to be getting down scrubbing baseboards. I just don't want to do it. So I'm not. We're going to have them come on Tuesday right before his surgery. And then 2, that'll just allow us to come back into a super clean, tidy home to not have to worry about anything. It's stressful enough being at home with the kids, especially when you have 4 of them, 3 of them in distance learning. That's stressful enough, and then having to take care of your partner who's just had surgery. Like, you just don't want to have to worry about cleaning, which is again why we're doing grocery shopping. We were talking about getting the cars cleaned this weekend. We need to get the inspection on the van, just like a bunch of little stuff that we don't want to worry about anything. When he's home, I want him to heal. I don't want to have to go through this for him again. Mostly it's just like too much on your body to have that many surgeries in the exact same place. So we're gonna try and do it right this time. I've been blabbing on for nearly 15 minutes now. I'm gonna go to bed. I hope you guys enjoyed. We will see you bright and early tomorrow morning.